Stop making that noise.
I like Khajiit. They're cool.
Yeah, I like them too. They're thieves, you know, which is cool if you're the thief. It's really not cool if you're not the thief.
I only did Khajiit once, and I did unarmed like style thing. It really works on Khajiit.
That's really cool. I've wanted to do one of those, like an unarmed thief build, but I never got around
I
to
can't get a
doing it.
hit in.
Oh,
I will never pick an orc.
My first character was an orc.
What a loser.
Their ability is really good.
What is it
but,
again?
But they're not very attractive.
In middle school, I remember there's this kid named David, and he always picked the orcs.
If your player character's an orc, do they automatically let you into orc strongholds without any test?
I have no idea, but I'm curious.
Good idea, Josh. Good thinking.
I gotta say, The Witcher's impressed me. It's a pretty fantastic game.
What are your thoughts on the Wood Elves?
Me.
You know, I've never picked them, so I think they're kind of lame.
I swear I picked up arrows.
The only elf character I've ever done is a dark elf.
I've done a dark elf thief, and I've done a high elf mage. My best build ever was a high elf.
Now it varies how
it
far.
was like a necromancer, and I had a ton of crazy shit.
Look in your menu.
It varies how far.
For a second.
The arrow.
Here's the thing, though. Undeniably so, enchanters and mages are by far the best builds you can do. I mean, they're just so much better than anything else.
It has to be one-handed.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and now you have your arrows.
Alright. I want to shoot the guy up there. Okay.
I meant to say it has to be two-handed.
Goon. Okay. Why? I want to shoot
him.
I'm working on it.
Bro, you're so bad.
Yeah, Brandon really is bad.
I'm working on it, man. Hey, why?
I had to watch him for a few hours.
Once you get there, is there certain stuff that you have to possess before they teach you anything?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. They'll give it to you for free if you don't know how to do it. So you can get a free summon Atronach spell if you just go there.
Yes.
So I'd always do that, and then literally the rest of the game's easy if you have that.
So it's an essential cheese.
I didn't get it.
No, it's not essential. Master mode maybe. Dude, here's the thing. Conjuration mages are so unbelievably OP. Like, I really like Conjuration magic.
They're fun to play as, too.
Oh, I know. They're amazing.
I haven't,
Todd, do you remember my Conjurer guy? Like, he could summon, like, a ton of people, like, that were dead and build, like, armies of, like, 40.
Yeah, your Necromancer build.
Yeah, he was insane. And I could summon dragons and summon swords. It was just the best.
You were like a vampire Necromancer.
Cool. Yeah, it was the best.
That's pretty cool.
I feel like those videos are gonna come back to haunt me one day. I'm gonna be like trying to get a job, like maybe as a doctor. They're like, Dr. Staples, how's it going? Oh, it's going good. And then he asked me if I picked the vampires or the werewolves in the Dawn Guard. Yes.
Oh.
That was a joke. That was a joke. I didn't mean.
I never actually meant that. It's just a joke, I promise.
I beat out the Skyrim videos.
No, John, do you in fact beat off the Skyrim videos?
Oh, no.
When was the... Is there a scheduled release date for the new Elder Scrolls game?
No.
No.
It's
just not coming, bro. It's just not coming.
I thought
If
they
I
said
was
it was
someone
going
who
to be
played
last
thousands
year,
of
but
hours
it
in
wasn't.
Skyrim, maybe I'd be more mad, but I do know that there's a lot I can do in Skyrim that
Didn't
I
they
haven't done
only
yet.
announce...
Just watch. They're gonna give us the Fallout 76, but it'll be called like Skyrim 79. Skyrim 69.
I knew that you were going to say that right as you said that.
I'm just saying, wait
they'll
for it.
title it Skyrim 69 LOL.
Skyrim 69's on the way. Are you looking forward to Skyrim 69?
John, I mean Todd,
76.
is that...
I feel like it'd just be a
Is that
Skyrim
him?
game full of sex mods.
Is that who?
You feel like it'd
He's
be
gone.
A Skyrim game full of sex
King
mods.
Jeremiah?
Do you think that's what the next Elder Scrolls is gonna be?
If it was
Was that
Skyrim
King
69, I
Jeremiah?
feel like that's what it would be.
I don't know who it was,
Let's
Brandon.
make that Skyrim 69 the mod.
Okay.
Don't get yourself killed. Have you
Oh, okay.
heard
Snow
about
elves.
Elden Ring?
What is
And also the snow elves
actually,
are
maybe
Falmer.
I
They're the
have.
same thing.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
okay.
new Souls
But
game.
here's the thing: the Falmer are like a evolved version of them, or I guess you could say devolved, because they were forced to be like slaves.
It's the new
dwarves,
game
right?
that's like basically
Yeah.
Dark Souls 4.
When did the dwarves? The dwarves went extinct, right?
Yeah,
How?
So when did that happen?
I'm not sure.
Like, I will never understand how the dwarves went
A
extinct.
lot of people say that they like literally found a new dimension to move. That's what a lot of people do.
They got cool technology.
Dude, yeah, and they literally, I mean, there's no way they were gonna get taken over by any rays. Yeah,
It would be funny to see midgets fighting in Skyrim. It's a shame that they actually like went and found another dimension where they could live a better life. 'Cause you know how funny it'd be to walk into a tavern and like two like midgets fighting each other, like beating
that
the shit out
happens
of
in
each
The
other.
Witcher. That happens. Dude, The Witcher's actually comedic.
What?
God, it really is. But anyway, in Skyrim,
Todd.
lore-wise, the dwarves are not short.
What?
That's kind of nuts. I just cut his tail
Oh,
off
okay.
and I'm about to beat him to death.
Because I pictured they'd be little guys.
I always did too until someone pointed out that all their chairs are normal size, all their doors are normal size.
Well, to be fair, they kind of are in like everything
and there's also
else, too.
books that said so themselves, that they are normal height.
Dude, that's a really cool part of Skyrim. The amount of books
If I
that are-
kill
that I
one-
never read that I should.
Then
Oh yeah,
I
there's
don't
like
read the books either.
200,000 books in the game.
if I kill one
there's some cool
gargoyle,
books.
does it stay dead?
Dude, The Witcher has the same thing, but they're really
think so.
cool. The Witcher has a lot more.
What are those things called that unlock new spells? Are they called tomes?
Yes.
Can you buy those from people?
Yeah.
Can you buy those?
It just depends.
Or do you have to just find them?
Oh wait, oh yeah, you can buy it.
Because you can buy those from Winterhold or something.
That's the best way to get them.
That was it.
Sorry, I thought you meant the things that upgrade one of your skills when you look at it.
Oh no! But like when the wind starts blowing at you, whatever it's called. I forgot what that's called.
Was that actually the whole
power
fight?
words?
Is that yeah the shout words or
Why
whatever?
would it not be the whole fight?
I thought there was a third gargoyle.
What are the? I
No,
don't
it took
know
you
the
like
thing.
5 years to beat 2 of them.
I had to. That was my second time fighting.
I just realized I know way too much about Skyrim. I'm a total nerd.
No, I don't. I don't know a whole lot about the game. I just know somewhat. Now, what are those things called that you look at and they give you more stuff?
What's this?
What's the name of that?
I did.
Either way, whenever you look at those walls and
Let's
they give you
ring
those
it
like Thume
the
things
bell.
or whatever, is that like the more of those you have, the more you can use to upgrade your shouts? Is that what that is?
No, they literally give you a new shout, and then you
Oh,
use the
okay, okay,
Dragon
that's
Soul to unlock it.
That's right. That's right.
The best one's slow motion. That one's really good.
I'm loading up Skyrim right now.
Nice.
If you walk away from a dragon, do you still absorb its soul even if you didn't stay around it?
Yeah,
Yeah, homie.
that'd be kind of stupid if you didn't, because then, like, what's the point?
I mean, I agree, it would be stupid, but video games can do stupid things, Brandon.
Shut up, Josh. You haven't played Dark Souls.
Motherfucker, I was like co-producer of that game.
Josh,
so
I'm gonna
producer
destroy
twice.
you.
Dude,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
well, I was
co-producer of
co-producer
your
of Dark
life.
Souls 2
I'm
and
gonna
3
literally
and...
get you.
Young swag.
Die, loser.
Hey Josh, you should look up your dad's name on Google.
I don't know if he'd come up or not.
I just looked it up to see who would pop up, and
You
there's
might
just
see
some
my
like
mom.
guy.
Maybe.
There's just some guy.
I know my mom comes up if you type in her
That's not good.
name. Hey,
Bro,
John.
you just kicked that guy off the ladder.
No,
You
I
remember when
didn't
we looked up Michael Watkins and we found a picture of some fella that said Michael Watkins shoots mother dead in the head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kill that like archmage.
I was literally just thinking about that experience when you said like when you look up your mom's name, it shows up because we did.
Yeah.
Hey, look up my full name, Josh. It's like professional
Todd
shooter.
Rodriguez, Jared. What were you saying, John?
I said I like that he likes super hard, but his job is to literally like swing a gun around. Like he doesn't dance.
Yeah.
Gun, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the katas in karate.
It's like how to be hard.
Yeah, the goddess. Where they're like, yo.
Guys, what if we learn how to do karate at John's house?
You guys want to? I can teach you.
Oh man.
I know.
Hey, you're
how.
talking to a yellow stripe belt.
You're talking to a purple belt loser.
You're a purple belt?
Yeah, loser.
How long do you do karate?
Between purple and green.
You're talking to a club penguin like card foo black
I
belt.
started in elementary school and ended like sometime in middle school. I don't remember. So not 5 years, like 2 or 3.
Bro, my
Wait,
favorite
wait.
part.
Don't worry
Was
though. I
purple
was,
belt below
I was
green
not
belt in
kicking
your
any
dojo?
ass. I was not kicking any ass. What?
Was green belt above purple belt at the dojo you were at?
No.
Green belt was like below.
Yes.
Because I thought you said it was above, because I know they do it differently. Because in mine, I want to say green belt was probably like the 4th or 5th belt.
Yeah.
If I was green, I'd probably die.
Like in all honesty,
I was on the 4th belt, which is green.
in Club Penguin, what belt were you in card food?
But
didn't
it was
play
weird
Club
because
Penguin.
the
What do you
dojo
mean
I
you
was
didn't
at,
play
they had,
Club
like I
Penguin?
said, they had striped belts in between some of them. So
We didn't.
it
Have
was
that.
like white belt, yellow stripe belt, yellow belt, orange belt. There's no orange stripe belt, and orange belt. Then I think it goes straight to green belt. Then there's blue stripe belt, blue belt.
I've
Then
never
it was there's
heard.
no, and then there's purple belt, and I don't remember if there was purple stripe.
I've never heard
Here it
of.
was
There was
white
brown stripe,
belts.
brown, black stripe, black belt, and then all the degrees you got with black belts. And then there is a red belt, but that was for highly distinguished
Right.
people.
We had white, yellow, blue, green, purple, brown, black, black with degree or whatever, and then red.
Yeah. It's funny because when you said that, it reminded me of that episode of SpongeBob when they're with Karate Master Fuzzy Acorns. And,
Shut up, Josh.
and he bestows upon Sandy the blacker belt.
Guys,
SpongeBob gets a black belt and Sandy gets the blacker belt.
when you come over to my house, I'm gonna be the sensei, and we're gonna learn so much.
It's funny because SpongeBob literally almost got a clear belt. I only did it for like 4 months, and I got into it at first because I thought it all looked really cool on YouTube and shit. But then I realized how much time it would take, and then I have to learn the lame shit first before I can do.
They
the
literally
cool
had us learn Japanese.
Yeah,
Teach
us
me,
too.
son.
Like,
Well, you need to
Don't
know
go-
some of it.
No, you
no,
don't.
don't.
You need to know some of it. Am I right?
Did you have to
mean
learn Korean
keywords.
too? Like, well, they made us count to 20. It's either 10
Yeah,
or 20
us
in
too.
Japanese.
We had to count to 20, and I had to learn how to say a bunch of dumb shit.
Dude, in
And the
Korean.
only useful thing was Hajime, which means go. Or
Hajime?
fight. Yeah, I remember that. Hajime, and I'd like start flinging kicks. That was the only thing I was good at. I was really good at kicking.
Was there
Kinda
multiple
sounds like I'm about to
instructors
say
at your
like
dojo?
Hajime beatbox.
Hajime, beatbox, bro.
Was there multiple instructors at your dojo?
Yeah, we had like 5.
Every one of ours had different stupid sounds they made whenever they did their ha noise. Like everyone
key.
had, yeah, well, yeah, like they all had their own stupid sound. Like,
Dude, I
so
was the
you could make it
loudest.
sound not.
I
Like
was
if
the
you
Wii
just
karate.
did this. Like there's a way to do it where it doesn't sound as silly, but the way they did it was just really kind of ridiculous.
At a tournament, they had this thing where you could measure how loud you could do your shout thing, and I got the loudest one.
Why? What's the point, man?
Yeah.
When I was seeing videos of people doing flip kicks and shit, and I was like, I want to do that.
What is?
And I was learning like the front kick and like the side kick and then like the stepping side kick.
Well, yeah,
And the
you
little
need
kata.
to know that.
Dude, they didn't have us learn the
Yeah, I
stepping side
know.
kick, and that's one of the ones I want to know.
It's pretty cool one. That,
They only
like,
taught me the roundhouse. The only good kick I could do that would actually inflict damage.
I
is
never
the roundhouse.
understood
That's it.
why they called the roundhouse
My
the
only
roundhouse.
combo move that I knew had
'Cause
to
did
inflict
you guys
damage
learn the
was the
crescent kick?
roundhouse kick.
Dude, literally, it's the only one that could do damage, and it won me a ton of tournaments. Like I actually won quite a few because
Did
of
you
the
guys
roundhouse
learn
kick.
the crescent kick?
No, we just learned the roundhouse, the front one, and the standing side kick, which they didn't teach us for only one day. Like we only did it one day, so mine's garbage. I can't do it.
But I never
Although I know the
understood why
form.
the roundhouse is called the roundhouse, because when I saw a crescent kick, I assumed that's what a roundhouse was, and then it's like different. I was like,
They didn't teach us the one that attacks the head. I guess you have to stretch to do that, because even if I wanted to, I couldn't. They taught us the one that hits you in the kidney.
are you talking about the one where your leg goes above their head and chops down?
Have you seen that one? That one's nuts. We did not. learn that
Isn't
one.
that called an axe kick or something like that?
Oh yes, I love the X kick.
They did teach that, but it wasn't for. That was like a blue belt thing.
Brent, why are you?
Like
doing
they had a book.
intelligence?
They had a
I'm
book that
gonna
they
do-
gave
yeah,
to
I'm
people, and it
just gonna do
basically
intelligence.
it
No,
gave the
you're not a
requirements for.
spellcaster.
I know. What's a good move?
It gave the requirements for all the belt testing, and I think I remember
Yeah,
the axe
dexterity.
kick was like a blue belt
Okay.
test move.
Yeah, I never punched. When I punched, I would always lose or get hit.
or die.
Yeah, and it's not like you had to beat each other up senseless. It was based on points. So kicks made sense anyway. They're a bit better range.
Huh.
You know, speaking on like the whole martial arts thing, my favorite part of the Joe Rogan podcast is when he's like,
Oh,
"Yeah, so the other day I was playing Skyrim and dude, have you ever tried jujitsu?"
I know that was really
Like, no
incomparable.
matter what your problem is, he always just brings up jujitsu.
Yeah, I know. It's like it makes sense at the doesn't
I
make
mean-
sense at the time.
Jujitsu's fun though, honestly.
Yeah,
I've done
I
it
mean-
before and I like it. It's fun.
I mean, obviously, jujitsu's. I mean, martial arts is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing any martial arts because you know it's an art form, and it's some of it's self-defense. Jujitsu's the closest you. Jujitsu is self-defense, really. I mean, it's fine with being. I mean, but
Listen,
Karate,
you
I
can
mean-
do karate all you want, but the second someone like picks you up and slams your head on the ground, it's over.
that's what I'm saying. Unless you're really a real experienced person in karate with a black belt that probably knows how to fight people. But I mean, jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, those are more applicable to a real life situation. At
Well,
least
like,
from
what are you
I've
gonna
heard.
do if I have like my concealed carry permit? Like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do if I literally like bring by a double-barrel shotgun?
I'm kind of convinced my instructors literally made up a form of karate. It was called Seikon, and I've never heard of it elsewhere.
Ours had a
I
weird
didn't-
name too, and
look it
I'd
up.
never heard of it.
Man, mine had a weird one too. Sock on.
What's Sarkon? Sarkon these nuts.
There's this really big fat guy named Lewis, and he was like super scared.
We love
Because
Lewis.
an overweight person can still probably get a black belt in karate, but I'm wondering if he was back in the day. Is that when he got it, and he was like really in shape or something?
Why don't
Right,
you
I don't
go
even
away?
think you've hit him like twice now.
I've hit him like at
He's really
least
good. You know
5
those weapons I
times.
have on my wall?
Yeah.
He is really good with them. They literally had to start out with the stick. Like, you start with the stick.
Yeah, I always thought the bow staff was like the coolest.
I like the Sai, which is the ones in my room.
I like Sai too.
This was like a. I forget what it's called. It might be called Ido or Edo, but it's it's the samurai sword martial art.
Yeah, there are people doing that. There's no way I'd ever do that.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, but it'd also be like,
Yeah,
we really in for something here, aren't we?
it's like actual death.
John commits.
Let's start fencing. Let's go to fence school.
You know what a lot of
School.
bullshit happened? There were contests for the dances, the katas, and if one of the judges had a kid from their dojo, they'd always win. It was like a huge problem. It was like super fun.
You
Yeah.
know,
I remember like almost every single one I was at, if I competed in it, one of the judges would get disqualified by the end. Okay, every single time.
Hello, Mom. I am back. I am back from fence school.
one of the judges.
Yes, the judges would literally get canceled.
The judges will get canceled.
like almost every time on the kata section. Always.
I don't remember exactly, but I went to a black belt. I think it was a black belt testing one time to watch people do it, and I always wondered if because they had like 5 people up at the same time and like fucking 10 judges doing these katas, and I wonder, do they have to do them in sync or do they just have to do the whole thing? Because I always wondered that.
Who knows?
I didn't even know if them fuckers were doing the same kata because there's 10 different dudes watching the shit.
Dude, they claim the kata's help, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced they do a thing.
We should do jujitsu.
I would do jujitsu.
I think
I'd get my ass beat.
it's personally my favorite form.
I'd also
of
be
martial
really
art.
interested in Muay Thai. I really like the kick.
Muay Thai is so sick.
Chai tea.
I've always wanted to do Muay Thai.
Yeah, it's all about
The reason I was even involved in any of this is my uncle.
That's when I was forced into
You know, Caden's dad is the one that did professional MMA, so
Yeah.
he knew all about that kind of stuff. And I went to
Knocked him out in
classes
the
with
5th round
Caden.
of UFC 162.
twice.
Good job, Josh.
He didn't do UFC,
Sorry, what? They do Bellator.
although he did kickbox.
Well, what were you saying? Sorry.
Yo, they made us.
I was finished what I was saying.
Oh,
I was
okay,
just saying like he had Caden in classes for some of it, and I did some of that with him, and it was pretty fun.
In my
That was
class,
cool.
we had to wear the crotch cuffs.
See, we didn't. But you had to for a tournament. I can't remember if going to tournaments were required for not the actual belt testing, but as a prerequisite. I can't remember if those were or not at our day.
Brandon, you're gonna die.
Maybe.
Is this optional?
Yes.
I always thought though that
But
like
I feel
the
like he's gonna
purple
give me
belts were so
something cool.
aesthetic. Am I right, John?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, those are aesthetic as hell.
There was this one kid who always gave me the snake eye, and he was at every single tournament I was at, so I don't know if he just went to all of them or what. But he was like always a belt higher than me, and he was shorter than me and fatter than me. It was like kind of awesome. I like that kid. Good times.
I don't even think I ever learned how to properly tie my belt. Because apparently, you know, but there's some ridiculous shit that I just think's absolutely ridiculous. Like, you couldn't face the instructor if you had to tighten your belt. You had to fucking turn around and tighten your belt.
You're
You
gonna
couldn't do that the
disrespect him, Josh?
There were a lot of dudes a lot of people I know now in my karate class, like Metro and Anna, they were in there. And like my brothers, Michael, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy's last name. But
It's
they were
just,
fun.
I don't know, man. Unless I might just not understand it because it's a disciplinary thing that comes along with it. But it's so ridiculous. Like, you couldn't face the instructor to tie your belt. You had to turn a 180 and face the wall to fix your belt. You know.
It would've
Yeah,
been
we
awesome
always
if
had
they
to-
had those drums and they went, yo, like before.
We also always had to bow before leaving the mat.
Yeah, we did that too.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's every karate place.
Oh, probably. I mean,
I did it, Todd. He's dead.
One
Oh,
time
you
I
dropped a
won
cool
5
item.
live points, but they made
I don't
me
know what
lose
this
because
is.
I didn't bow at the end.
uh-huh.
That pissed me off.
I feel like you're just under-leveled or something.
No.
Or maybe your weapons are under-leveled because they're not doing that much damage.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Brandon just sucks.
Probably. I mean, the sword I'm using right now, Todd, is like a +4.
That's not that high.
Hey Josh,
John, did you guys ever
try
learn
that
the-
chest workout I sent you?
Did I try it yet?
Yeah, did you try it?
See?
Is it
Broad
the
sword
girl
+4.
workout?
No, the chest one.
No, I didn't, and I probably should. And I didn't do the girl workout either. I probably should. Have you? Hey, by the way, did you guys ever learn the jumping side kick?
Did you ever learn how to do jumping jacks?
We had to do
I
jumping
think-
jacks every day.
What?
Yeah, I think we did too. I think we did do jumping jacks.
Jumping one.
And then they'd have us do them like for a really long time, and it hurt like hell.
I never understood. I mean, like there was kids at the dojo that were like the same rank as me, but they were naturally flexible, and every time we did stretches, like they could, they could touch their toes and hold it forever, and I couldn't even reach my toes, and I still can't. Kids doing complete splits and shit, like, holy god. That hurts. And can y'all, like if you're sitting flat, can you like grab your toes and hold them? That's way too painful for me.
I can do it, but it is kind of painful.
I was saying yes in agreement. I can't do it either.
I know I can.
Y'all remember that Austin Blackwell?
Yeah.
I remember he could do it, and like it was nothing. That just popped into my head. Whatever happened to him?
Dead.
He probably exploded.
I always had gym with breeds. I don't
Hopefully
know why
nothing
that
bad,
was,
but
but I always
I don't know.
did.
He probably spontaneously combusted.
I never had
Yeah,
a gym class I
probably.
actually liked.
Oh well.